Kamaru Usman says giving Paddy the next title fight will be like spitting on the merit of the best fighting the best. He made it clear that the UFC should prioritize legitimate contenders who have proven themselves against top competition, and not just hand out title shots based on hype or popularity.
It's not Paddy's fault. Paddy has done a great job with the opposition he's been given to even put himself in this conversation. Paddy's done a phenomenal job. But if we're looking at the lightweight rankings, we've got Ilia Topuria, and I'm assuming next you've got Arman Tsarukyan. It makes sense. If you're not going to do a Justin Gaethje, I don't know why Islam is still there, but if you're not going to do a Arman Tsarukyan, or you're not going to do a Justin Gaethje, then, yes, you've got Dan Hooker there. You've got Mateus Gamrot. You've got all these Beneil Dariush there in front of Paddy Pimblett. So to skip all of these guys to just give him a title shot, that kind of spits in the face of the merit of the best fights the next best guy. So if it's not going to be Justin
Kamaru, it's fine. Wow.
Hey, I'm just saying. I'm speaking. I'm just being honest. If it's not going to be that, I think it needs to be. Because if it was Justin Gaethje, you would have made the fight already. Yeah. But the fact that you haven't made that fight already tells me that you want Justin Gaethje to maybe have another fight. So if that's the case, then it's got to be Arman Tsarukyan. Easy as that. Yeah.
I like that. You're 100% right.
Dricus du Plessis, on being an underdog against Khamzat, said, "I don't care. That's a gambler problem." He made it clear that the odds don't matter to him and that his focus is on showing up fight night and proving why he's the champion, regardless of what the betting lines say.
The fact that, I'm the underdog, I don't care. That's a gambler's problem. I'm not gambling on this fight. So for me, what it means, the only thing I care about is winning this guy. I don't care if it's Khamzat. I don't care if people think I'm going to win. If people thought if I was a minus 400 favorite, it wouldn't mean anything to me either. It doesn't change anything to me. Odds don't make fights, fighters do, and the odds have never dictated how I fight. So that's why, saying that I became everything that people thought Khamzat was going to be, that I agree with that. But that's because I'm built different, and I'm going to show that again come the 16th.
Jon Jones reacts to Khamzat, calling him the scariest MMA fighter, saying, "I am a big fan of Khamzat." He showed respect for Khamzat's skills and mentality, making it clear that the admiration between the two goes both ways.
Khamzat Chimaev said that you are the scariest guy in MMA.
That's a huge compliment coming from Khamzat. I'm a big fan of Khamzat. I don't think he has any reason to toot my horn or to even be humble. He doesn't have to be. I mean, heavyweights fear him, and the fact that he has so much respect for me really means a lot. It shows me a lot about his character, his humility to be able to compliment someone in such a huge way. So I'm very grateful and honored.
Will you watch his fight against DDP?
Absolutely. I absolutely watch this fight. I'm not rooting for anyone. I'm just a big fan of martial arts. I want to see them both go on and have long, prosperous MMA careers. I will watch the fight for sure.
But you cannot say who is the favorite, right?
No, I don't really have a favorite. I just enjoy the sport. May the best man win. I hope they both have great careers.
Arman and Paddy just went at it in one of the most heated exchanges we've seen lately. It all started when a tweet surfaced quoting Paddy Pimblett, and he didn't exactly hold back on throwing a jab at Arman. Paddy's quote read, "I'm hoping that gets sorted, but I understand that I'm like ranked 9 or something, so other people probably are more deserving, but Posh Boy definitely isn't, little rich boy Arman." That comment instantly caught fire online, with fans debating whether it was playful banter or a genuine dig. But Arman didn't hesitate to fire back. He went straight for the throat, responding with, "You're a nobody, a trash can at most. Daddy Dana fed you a couple senior citizens to build your hype. That's all you are, hype. I earned everything in my career. Nothing was handed to me, you bum. Now sit your goofy ass down and wait until Daddy tells you what to do." The exchange lit up social media, with MMA fans immediately picking sides and flooding the replies. Some backed Paddy for his cheeky confidence, while others applauded Arman for calling him out directly and reminding everyone of his own grind to the top. What's clear is this war of words is far from over, and if the UFC decides to book this fight, the build-up alone might be worth the ticket price. Dana White and several fighters are reacting to the massive news that the UFC has officially signed a historic $7.7 billion deal with Paramount and CBS and will be ending the traditional pay-per-view model. This marks one of the biggest shifts in the sport's history, as fans will no longer have to pay separately for big cards. Instead, all major events will now be available through the new broadcast partnership, changing how UFC content is delivered worldwide. Dana White praised the deal, calling it a huge win for the sport, the fighters, and the fans, saying it will bring more eyes to MMA than ever before. Fighters across the roster have been sharing their thoughts, with some celebrating the move as a way to grow the audience, while others are questioning what it could mean for fighter pay and bonuses. Some veterans say the new exposure could make stars overnight, while others believe removing pay-per-views might affect the incentive structure for main event fighters. Social media has been buzzing since the announcement, with fans debating whether this will make the UFC more accessible or if it could hurt the sport's prestige by removing the exclusivity of big fight nights.
As I just filmed a breakdown of my thoughts of the UFC CBS Paramount deal for YouTube. Connor's working on it right now. We're going to drop it later. But I had to wear my Paramount shirt. I've had this for like 7 years. Bree and I were on a trip somewhere. We went shopping at Gucci. It's a Gucci shirt, if you can believe it. I have no idea why Gucci and Paramount, Viacom made a collab t-shirt, but they did. But I used to fight for Bellator, obviously, owned by Viacom, on Spike TV. Then they moved over to Paramount. And then obviously now it's come full circle with this 7-year, $7.7 billion deal. This is a great thing for the UFC because of those numbers I just threw at you, but also the UFC fans and the fighters. More eyeballs, bigger platform, more money for everybody, savings in your pocket.
Thanks for watching all the way through. We really appreciate you spending your time with us. Your support means everything to this channel, and it's the reason we keep bringing you the latest updates, fight news, and behind-the-scenes stories. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button so more fight fans can see it. Drop a comment down below and let us know your thoughts on everything we covered today. We love hearing your takes, and we read every single one of them. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a new upload. We've got more breaking news, fight previews, and fighter reactions coming your way, and you're not going to want to miss it. Thanks again for being part of the community, and we'll see you in the next one.